Hello, Suzy.
Hi, Joe.
It's great to see you remotely.
It's great to see you, however far or close you are.
So, today we're going to talk about something kind of fun. And it's fun because in our world of texting, Snapchat, Facebook Messenger, Twitter, email, the good old phone is still alive and well.
Thank goodness.
Yes, thank goodness, because sometimes just a simple phone call makes all the difference.
Exactly.
With anything. So Teams has this very nice, it's not part of the base package, but it's part of, if you add it on. So with your Microsoft subscription, you can actually get.
And your Microsoft subscription is $5 a month.
$5. You can also add in a calling plan and actually have Teams connect to the normal public telephone network.
Amazing.
So, and that's great for, you want your own phone number that's not, say, your cell phone number for your business. You want a dedicated number that's not going to be, everyone knows your cell phone number all of a sudden, or your home number. It's great for the office where you're paying a lot of money for phone service and you really don't need to anymore, or you have equipment that's getting old and it's just, there's no reason for a small or medium business to ever run phone equipment again, because the Microsoft plan or other competitors are out there too, all have this capability to do everything over the internet. Because that long distance doesn't exist anymore except international. And the nice thing about the Microsoft plan is if you're working in Teams already, you have the calling feature is already there in Teams. It's the calls button that's on the left rail. So by default, the calls feature works as calling somebody else internally. So if you had a team of 2 or a team of 5, you would see all the people and you could call them and do a video call like what we're doing right now.
Right.
The difference with the business voice that's part of the Microsoft plan, that's the add-on to your Microsoft plan, is that now that opens up where you get an actual 10-digit dial pad and you can make calls to the outside over the public telephone network.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I'm going to share so that you can see exactly what I'm talking about.
All right.
So now in Teams here,
oh, look at that.
You've got this nifty dial pad right here. And this and also, so when you set it up, it asks you to give you a general geographic location. So it could give you a local phone number. So this number that I highlighted, 219-321-0621, that's a regular phone number that's now public to the world. So anybody can call that phone number and that will ring me on Teams.
And how do you keep the spam people from calling?
So the number, to be honest, it will never be able to be honest. It's never going to get blocked fully. Like somehow I got a call from the Low Vision Center that was, this probably was someone's telephone number at some point or someone's cell phone number at some point. Unfortunately, if you just have to keep it, private or just let it filter out the calls or don't answer like you do now. There's no good way that you're, but it's a regular public telephone number that anyone can call and that you can use. You can not only use this on your computer, but you can do it through the Teams app on your phone too. So not calling from your normal cell phone number, but the app, the call button lights up on the app and then it will call through the Teams app like you're using the phone. It's just through the Teams app.
Got it.
So it's the other nifty thing about, So this acts like everything that you'd have in a business phone number, where you can call forward automatically to another number or another person. You get voicemail. You get, if you want to look like a big company, if you're a small company, you can do an auto attendant. So they'll get the auto attendant when they call. And it's like press one for this and two for this, and no one will know that it's just all going to the same person. You also get voicemail to email. So it will transcribe the voicemail and put it right in your email. And you can either just listen to the voicemail or just read the transcription that's in the body of the message. It'll do that. And a nifty thing that's like this with the Microsoft Business Voice, that it isn't like this with a lot of other phone systems, is if you read the voicemail and you do what you have to do with it, and then you delete the voicemail from your inbox, it deletes it from the phone system. Like, so your voicemail isn't like just filling up with voicemail, and then you can't take any more messages. It will delete it automatically from the voicemail system.
Awesome.
And everything acts like, or everything connects with Teams. So if you miss a call, it'll give you a notification that says, hey, you missed a call, and it'll give you the name and when was it. And it's as simple as hovering over the phone number or over the person and just hitting call.
Right.
Or you can do other things. You can make it as a speed dial. You can add a contact so that you have it in your contacts, or you can block the number too. So here's a way to also, the spam calls or the spam numbers, you can block the number right from here too on your right in.
Question.
Yes.
Can you talk to more than one person at a time?
Yes.
Oh.
So what happens with the voice is you get business voice, you get two things. So you can have a bunch of people. So I'll give you an example
Okay.
If you make a meeting, like you make your meeting with your group, right? Your groups and teams, you can actually add people to the meeting by having it dial a phone number and then have them just talk. They could be on just a regular telephone, their home phone, talking in the meeting, and they're in the meeting.
Great.
There's also, you also get the capability to also do audio conferencing. So if you don't want to be tied to Teams, or you're going to be away from your computer or whatever, you could just dial in. There's a dial-in number it puts in all the meetings now too that you can dial in, and then it's just your voice. Everybody sees you as just a voice. And then if anybody else is on the computer, they just hear your phone voice coming through the speakers. Sorry?
This is amazing.
Yeah, it's very, very cool. The fact that it's just, once you set it up, we set it up for us, for JCMA, and it took about 20 minutes. It was about 20 minutes, basically. The voicemail took a little longer to get set up, but the phone numbers, we got the phone numbers within minutes. And then you just assign them to the users, and they get this very cute email that says, ring, ring, here's your Teams number, and it's the normal telephone number. So everybody, and what's great about this is that you get a phone number that can be used as public to the outside. It works on everything because it's a regular phone number, and then you're not giving up like some privacy with like your cell phone, home phone, whatever. And it works just like everything else. You just use the app on any device. And the nice thing with this too, and Teams has been like this now for a while. If we're in the middle of this call, like you and me are in the middle of this call right now, I could switch to my phone on the fly and nobody knows.
Oh my goodness.
You can like transfer it to another device, and because it puts a nice little message up at the top that says, you're already in a call with Suzy Vance. Do you want to move it to this device? And you can just say transfer, and you can walk away from the computer. It's very amazing. But the phone option is $15 a month till the end of the year. And then it goes normally to $20 a month. And that's on top of your Microsoft subscription of your $5 a month. You can turn on the Business Voice with any plan from Microsoft, any of the Microsoft 365 plans. It's all just an add-on deal.
Once again, you have blown my mind. You've given me another tool to use. Oh my God, Joe, this is amazing.
It's great. We I don't know why we waited so long to actually implement it for ourselves, because it's amazing. And it's great to have that extra phone number that is like the private number, you know, and the fact that I can make, and on top of it, when the caller ID is a big deal too. So instead of it having like, you know, your name or, you know, your husband's name or your girlfriend, boyfriend's name, because they're the people on the plan, you have the caller ID set as the company name, so that when anything outgoing and they see the number, they're also going to see the caller ID name will be JCMA Inc. or your company Inc. or whatever. You can make that consistent, that it all is coming from like a professional and like company name ID. So it's all these little things too, you know. It's all these little things, but the best part of it all, it's all through Teams.
Yes, it's all these little things, and they all add up.
And they all add up to tremendous time saving, and it's all through Teams. And that's the most like amazing part of it, is that it's all through Teams. Oh, another thing to make too. So the thing, or a point to make, the thing about so I know someone would ask about this, is like, well, where are the extensions? You know, what's everyone's extension number? And well, that doesn't exist anymore. Like that's a holdover from really the first like modern phone systems, that everybody got an extension, because that's how you did it. Because before it used to be you had to take wires and punch wires into a thing called the block, and then actually make the extensions work, because it was two wires you had to push in, and then you had to have your phone guys go and say, oh, we got to move the extension, oh, I got to like pull some wire and everything, you know, all that stuff. So in Business Voice from Microsoft, there is no such thing as an extension anymore. It's just a person. So all you do is just you tap on like here's Jill. You just tap on Jill and call her. It's not like, oh, dial extension 101 or dial extension 12 or whatever. You just say, no, give me the person and hit call, and that's it. There's also, so everybody gets.
You hit the person. It's the internal person you're talking about.
But it could be the external person too.
And it would go all the way through their system?
Yes. Yeah, it would just, it's calling like you were picking up a phone and actually dialing their number. It's just doing that all through here. And if you have like your contacts, so in your address book in your email, if you have all your contacts set up and you happen to put a phone number in, that there's like, oh, here's their cell phone number, here's their office phone number, whatever. If you put that in, that's how it reads it, so that you can dial them straight from Teams or from any of the applications. You could do it from Outlook. You could do it from Outlook on the web. You can do it here through Teams. Anything, and then Teams will do all the calling for you.
Anything except Apple, right?
No, it can do that too.
It can.
It should be able to. Yeah, because it's so the Teams app works on every device. So any Apple, Android, PC, all of that. Then a phone number is just a phone number.
Right.
So if as long as you have a phone number for one of your contacts, or you just start, you know, tapping it in here, it will call out like anything, because it's basically just replicating a phone. It's replicating a phone system, but it's all software based, and it's all just done for you. It really is amazing, and it's something that can save people so much time, but also a lot of money too, because, you know,
Yeah.
Phones,
Oh my,
phones aren't cheap, and phone plans aren't cheap.
right. And even at the end of the year, $25 a month is not that bad.
Yeah, correct.
I mean, it's really good.
Yeah, that's pretty cheap for having your own dedicated phone line and having voicemail. Everything's handled for you, all the software updates, all the features, all of it. And you could really, you could really do a lot with plus again, it's all baked into Teams. So you have everything through Teams, which you should be doing every day anyway, is doing everything through Teams.
Right. Awesome. Thank you, Joe.
Oh.
Once again, for a little pearl of wisdom.
This big of a pearl of wisdom today. But it's a good one. And it's the fact that you can do it all from your mobile too. It's not just tied to and it's not some janky software you have to run either to make it like, oh, I need to simulate my desk phone. Like, no, you just open Teams and it's done. And Teams runs great. They're also for offices, and if you need to have an actual desk phone, there are desk phones that are certified to work with Teams too, that companies make. And they have the nice touch screen and all the big icons, and they're very nice. They're very, very nice phones. So there are also phones if an attorney's office or a call center or a small office, they needed to have somebody with a physical phone. There are physical phones and it works seamlessly with Teams on the computer. They will work together, and it's like you're interacting with Teams, but you've got a phone next to you.
Just in case you felt bad about not being back in the past.
Correct. So, but they are very slick phones too. They're very, very, very nice phones. And I've gotten my hands on one of them, and it's like, oh, this is pretty nice. And so if you needed to if you didn't want to wear a headset and you didn't want to have, the camera looking at you and all that and yelling in your office, you can get an actual desk phone too. And they're slick. They're very, very nice.
Slick. You sound like my dad. He loves that word.
So does my dad. He loves it. So that is Business Voice. That is part of the whole Microsoft platform.
Awesome.
Oh, thank you, Suzy, for your time.
I love being with you, Joe. And I also love learning new things.
It's every time is something good. And we still have a ton of things to learn every day for the rest of our lives. We do.
That's right.
But also every day, and this has been true since I think I was in high school, every day I learn something new, and it's never fails. And all these little things add up to this giant cranium of knowledge too, and but there is so much you can do with the platform that it's just like our coffee cup graphic that we did. All those platforms you're paying for, or just pay for one platform and get all the same things. That's it.
That's great.
That's it. Thank you, Suzy.
You're welcome, Joe.
I hope you have the bestest rest of the day.
I'm gonna.
And I will we'll talk to you later on.
Okay.